Okay, welcome back. In this video we want to be talking about constructor. Now previous talk about method and instance. Now I want to talk about constructors. Wow, they are talking about constructors. Now remember, in our previous visit we talked about a lot about this, and a lot. Now thank you so much for understanding, but I just want you to understand that okay. Now let's get it going. Now these are previous. Now we want to talk about constructor. We don't need all this anymore. Now just see what we need here. This was a lot. We just want to what construct in our class, then call it up. Remember, we don't need this again. We don't need scanner. Now we don't need much. We don't need so many as you think. We just need to say friend. Now say friend. This now this will work. Before I start explaining, I want to see something. It say my friend is none. That means there's nothing going on here. I talked about instance, method and instance in previous. Now we are talking about construct. We want to see how we can construct. Now we already have tools to work. We want to make a chair. Now we have wood, and we have saw, we have hammer, we have nail, we have all this. We want to construct. We want to see how we can construct, how we can. No, we are talking about that construct. Maybe okay. No, we are talking about Java construct. Let's go back. Not to be a furnisher, but a programmer. Now there's something going on here. Now this thing that you say, anytime you create something in Java, or let me say create class, or you create an application, the package name is always the name of your work project name. Now remember, when I create what try gift in the previous video, it named the package name like this. The public class, the class is now what try gift. Also this is what the package name. Now this is now what class. This is how to know class. If you create a class, the package name will be different from what the public class. Now if it's the first project, see, all remain what all be the same. The package name and the public name is the same. See it here. Now this is it, what I'm trying to pass here. This is it, 1 2, as you can see here. Okay, this is it here. Now this is it. Now this one is different. See, the package name is different from what does not have what's similar. The package name is different. Now this class. Now want to make a construct in this class here, in this creating of class. Now remember, we say my friend is. Now we don't want to make a user input. We just want to do some construct. Now remember, public class being declared. This is how it was. This is how it was when we created it up in a new. This is how it was in new. No error. Let's run. No error, but there must be an error because something is here already. Now this is what we input here. We're going to explain what is going on here. Now this is what is going on here. Private string best friend, which is what variable being declared privately. Now public void set friend, which I pass what something into what this an argument. I call it an argument a lot. This is what my variable equals to what? Name. Variable equals to variable, let me call it like that. Now public string get friend, return what? Friend. Return the string, return the variable, sorry to say, return the variable. Now public void say friend, let me say something, print this out. We always call this. Now anything that is related to this stuff, when we are calling up what? This method here, or this function that has to do what? Print it out. Now construct is the ability for you to be able to do something you want user defined. Now we call up it here. This is what? The class name. Now we create what? We create a class, which, let's see, this is the class here. What is the class name? This is the class name. Now we call up what? The class name. Then we make an object. This object can change, please. This object can change. I can say just f object. It can change. Now when I want to make use of this object, now I call it here, and I just copy and post. Now you can do it like this. Let's do it again. Now back space. Now this is it here. Now Ctrl X. Now this is what I'm trying to say here. Now object dot say. Now call it from what? Call whatsoever. This is, I'm calling some functions inside this class, which is what? This method here. This declaration of what? This class, this is an object here. This object holds what? It holds something inside. In the previous one, for instance, instance word, when I mean internal, this is what is going to print out as what he has in his what? Hand. It's just like says, a man is folding his hand and they say open your hand. When you open your hand, what you see was key to open what door. Now this is what we are saying here. Now this is going to print out. Now see what is going on here. Now dot say, this is an object here, dot say friend. Now nothing will appear. It will also give me my friend is. Now why is it my friend is? Because there's nothing being declared. Now let's say I want to pass something here. I want to pass what? A string value here. Let me say something like Tina, Now Tina is being declared. What is wrong? I'm just seeing an error here. Now okay, something is wrong. I have to settle that. Construct gift is class try now let's take a look. See, it started saying something. Construct gift is class try gift cannot be appear to give type required non-argument found string. Now there's an error here. We have to debug the error, and we have to know what is going on here, which we have to take slowly. Now we have to take it slowly. Now do not forget, let's take it slowly. Now let's start debug. Let's go back again and see what is going on. Here. Now remember, we declare private string. Now the bottom of private string we declare public void. Now we don't want to be a void. Void is an internal. That is why I don't delete. Sometimes I delete, sometimes I don't delete, because you already understand the previous. For you to modify is very easy. Now you understand. Use your head. Like somebody tell you, remember I taught you in the class. Now it's not exam. You're writing exam. Use your head. You remember. Now is a void. Void is an internal. When you're writing a program, you see void is an internal. Anything that goes on here stays here, unless it is root out. Now let's remove this. And say public Now string. Okay, now let's put it here. Let's put it here, which is what? Void. Now void. Now inside this, let's put it here. What we have inside here, let's bring it here also. You can highlight and copy and post. Now this is it. Now public void, public void public void public void set. Now set. Now okay, let's keep going. Now we're not going to put return here anymore. We're not going to put return. We're going to call up what? This here, Control C or copy, and you can backspace. You can just, we're not going to say here. Okay, now remember, after private being declared string, we work with this b dot. Now we are working with this. Now we're going to say, now let's remove this, equals to name. Now this is it here. Now thank you. Let's move to the next, which is public public string get friend IEND, get friend. Now let's close. Now let's put something here, which is gonna say return this. Bring it down here, return this. Now let's go to the last one, which is void save friend, bring this out for me, then get the name for me. Now this is it here. Now private name, let me see. Private name, remember this, I say set friend. Now here I'm saying get friend. Okay, let me say get friend. Now something is wrong here. Okay, can you debug? Can you debug? Okay, let's debug. My class name is this. I declare private. I call it. Okay, this is it here. This is it here. Let me give it the name. This name belongs to here. Error is going. Are you seeing something? This class name here, I bring it down to what? This. Now let's go. I'm debugging. Let me turn this to set. I love it to be set. Okay, now it's going. It's going. Now what is wrong? I spell it wrongly. Any problem again? No problem. Now I'm not gonna what? I'm not gonna tell you that there is one thing special about programming. Ability for you to what? Debug your program, for you to be able to solve your error. That make you what? A good word developer, and that's what includes what? Also an experience. I just want to take you in a serious way so that you can understand. You try to find error and try to solve your error. Anytime you are working, just try. If error comes up, try to work with an error so that you can be a good Java programmer. Now this is it here. Let me explain. Private class. This is what, when I was creating the class in the previous, this is what the name of the what. Okay, it is different from the name of the package. The package was the name I used in creating the full project, which is this. Now when I'm adding, then it automatically turn it to this. Let me show you. Go on here. You can, anytime you see this side comes up, click on it. I want to tell you how I get try gift. Now right click on this, go to Java class. Now you can rename this. See, the project is still my apps. The package is my apps. But anyone in the name here is going to be the class name. The class name. Thank you. Now let's go back again. This is it here. Now I declare a private string here. This is private string I declare here. I declare a private string, which I assign a variable showing this color here. Now I declare another one, public, which is this declaration is the name which I use creating this class. Now here I call it format. Now I'm not writing an HTML. Now I declare something here for an argument string name. Now I pass it here also. Now my variable plus another variable inside my class. Now I come down again, public void set friend. I just give you another definition, and set friends. I call it again name equals to friend, like that. Now if you ask me why am I using all this, why didn't I just use one? Why didn't I just remove this one so that it can give me what I want? And should I have a right question, which is also yes. Now nothing is seems to look stupid here. All you should know is just that how good you are. How good are you? How good are you in your programming? How well do you program? And how many projects have you worked on? Now this is gonna be the most longest video in this video tutorial. I just want you to understand each step. That means when I mean the most, I just want to say the most is the longest video tutorial in this JavaScript, in this Java programming. That's all. Now take note. This is it here. I just declare now variable equals to variable. Now you remember when we are doing what we call calculator, you will declare variable, then print the last one that holds other variable. We call it mother has children, which is folder, subfolder, folder. Now pass it in. Now this is public string. This is the string, this is the name here. Now return this, just return this for me anytime you like. If I call up what, save frames, print this out, return all this and pass it to here. Now what is what here? Nothing is here. Now I call up what, my class name. I make an object, then inside the object I put what, I format or I declare what, a name, because I'm making a construct. This is a construct. I construct a name inside, then I call up what, the class. The class will call up what, the next. The next will call up what, the next. Now say what is inside here, just print it out. If I comment, it will not print anything. That is what I always tell you. If I comment, it will not print anything, it will just be running empty. Now print it out. If you have an external word inside of you, call wherever classes, wherever it is, wherever your definition. Now I can what, call up other. Let me highlight. I can call up another functions, another declaration here. Now let me post. Now you can see what is wrong. I have to change the object name, which is what, I will name it A. Now it is not being what, variable is not used. Many people don't know that is variable. I always know that is variable. Now let me change the name to what, Cynthia. Now I have to what, call up Cynthia. Now I will f object a dot say something. Now it's gonna what, print to name out for me, which is what, my friend is what, Cynthia. My friend is what, Cynthia. Let me see. My friend is Tina. My friend is what, Cynthia. That means I'm having two friends. You can keep declaring. This is what I talk about the construct here. I construct it to have what, these source functions. Now using what, this class here. This class is just a small thing I declare, not too much. I'm talking about what, this one. Okay, I will say program, where I work with program with a comment. Okay, I work with here. I work with here also. Then I work with here. I work with here. Then I work with here. I work with. I just want to say program. Where I work with in the class. This is where I work with in the class. This is where I work with in the class. Now do not forget, this is how to construct putting this name. You can keep repeating this. You can repeat this, change the variable. Always change the variable, then call up the variable, then dot call up your class, dot class. That means your class is gonna be wherever what you want it to print from. Remember, I can change this. I'll go and change this in that. Let me say s friend. That means my old friends. I can keep changing. Now Ctrl S. It's gonna print it out. Now let's see what is going on. See, my friend is Tina. My friend is what. Thank you so much. Do not forget, I can also call it the way I feel like calling it. I can bring this up. I'll bring this down. It will change it for me. It will call Cynthia first before Tina. You can see here. This is what we are talking about. Remember, we have other program which performed what I just did now, which is what, class object oriented, declaring your class.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel.